Nightcap, it's your girl Carolina Sanchez, and has anyone dated you for status? I'm talking about chasing you for that clout to see if they can get into your network, maybe your net worth, and see what you give them access to, them perks and all that stuff. Well, I've got people here who have had people chase them for the wrong reasons, and we're gonna get into it. But first, I need a drink in my hand, and I've got Oliver here from High Key, and you have a gorgeous cocktail for us. What is this?
Thank you. It's called the Spring in Nagano. So it is a cherry blossom raspberry lychee martini that we carbonate on the spot, and it's tasty.
Oh, I can't wait to dive in, but this is also very gorgeous. What's this? Is this the menu?
Yeah, that's our cocktail menu right there. It's
a cocktail menu?
Yes, it's a little picture book. We've got little pictures and descriptions of all the drinks that we do in-house.
Baby, this is cute.
Thank
Can
you.
I have one?
Sure.
Look at me, trying to get some clout. Okay, all right, I've got people waiting on the couch with drinks in hand, ready to discuss these people who keep chasing them for the wrong reasons. Let's get into it.
Yeah, what's up for a nightcap? Chill, you know, kick back.
All right, let's talk to our guests to see how these people approach them with dating. We've got Alexis Fly in the building, a very first time, looking fabulous, and y'all can't smell her, but she smells good, honey.
Thank you so much.
All right.
I'm so excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you. Next to you, he's been on the show time and time again, behind the bar, but we got him in the hot seat tonight, Sean Celestine.
Let's do it.
And looking beautiful in lemon yellow, we've got Latoria Lemon. Welcome back, babe. I feel like I'm one of the few who actually gets you on camera.
Listen, you are exclusive.
All right, y'all. We're talking about people dating you, not for you, but because of the circles you're in, because of the access you give them, the status you might bring. How many times have you found that people are not really interested in you, but what you can provide?
Oof. A lot. I think that people have become so strategic these days. Yeah, the strategy is like a thing. Like, they'll hit you, they'll give you some compliments, they'll want to take you out, and then before you know it, like, you're 3 minutes into the conversation, and it's like, oh, so yeah, how can I get my homeboy music on the radio? It's like, baby, I don't care about you or your homeboy music at this point. Like, I thought we were on a date, you know? So people, I think they see like what
Hold
you
on,
do.
3 minutes in.
Oh, honey, it's
I feel like
bold.
that's a lack of strategy at that point.
It's so bold. It's like they pre-gamed before they even got there. And it's like, oh, you know, how was your day? And I'd say how my day was. So listen, and it's like, whoa, whenever you get that hand on the shoulder, it goes from a date to like a, all right, it's a consultation.
3 minutes in, that's before the salad test is served.
The waiter hasn't even been over to say, how are you? Like, I'm like, you just went right to it. Like, now I'm uncomfortable. Now I'm like, because for me, with work, there's an on and off switch. And when I turn it off, I typically don't have to turn it on until it's necessary. Then now it's become like awkward.
Now that's so interesting because my situation has been more that they have taken time to actually observe me before they actually approach. So when they're approached, they already have their strategy. My recent, I know, girl. Recently with my relationship that I had, and we kept our relationship, you know, quiet because he is a man of status, and I guess you could say I'm a woman of status, and so we want to see how the relationship, or at least I want to see how the relationship is going to go before we put it out there. Kind of wish I would have put it out there, then I would have known that he might not have been that great of a person. But his first introduction to me in terms of courting me was literally asking me to come to an investors event that he was holding, and it was right after then that he asked to court me or date me and start expressing his interest, even though we had been knowing each other for a couple of years.
Okay.
Wow. So he had a plan in motion. And I like to say, you know, you gave one of the signs, one of the first signs that I feel like a gentleman or a person is trying to date you based off of your status is the first thing in your relationship if they love bomb you. Obviously, we link that to being a narcissist usually, but what they do is they immediately, you know, try to cater to your emotions. We know that, you know, I'm looking for love, I'm ready to love still. And they know I'm sharing, you know, my vulnerabilities, and so he manipulated that in order to keep me on a string, you know, as because it's not about loving, it's about leverage.
Right.
And so he was trying to utilize that leverage in order to get what he needed from me, and he did.
Oh, don't you hate that?
I hate it. It was very hurtful and very painful, but I'm glad I learned that lesson up front because now I can see it, you know, ahead of time, you know, and I feel like I feel something in my tummy that feels like this is not right. Instead of just staying around and hanging in there, I'm done. Like, I gotta go. I
Yeah.
don't like what I'm feeling, because I feel like that's a gift from God. You know, when he gives you that intuition, all women are given that gift. You need to follow it whether you
Right.
have the evidence or not.
Yeah.
Sean, you ain't a woman, and you
Right.
may not have that
What you gotta say, Sean?
But Sean, what's it like?
I feel like she hit the nail on the head when she said the word leverage. A lot of people aren't looking for love, they're looking for help.
Oh yeah.
And in my industry, you know, I do hospitality from management to bar. So it can be lower level. I just want to get a free drink every time I see your face.
Right.
To I know you have all these athletes and celebrities in your phone. Maybe I could find some kind of career advancement too. So you never really know in those first few interactions which direction people are trying to take it.
Unless they're really bold and out the
Yeah.
gate talking
Yeah.
to you like
Right.
Let me
That
be
don't
very
happen
clear.
for
So I've had a
everybody.
couple of people be very bold, but then I've had others that have had like a plan. It's like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and then before you know it, it's like, boom, okay, here we go. Here's the motive. The motive is now coming fully out, you know? And so I think for me, of course, like you mentioned, I have a Rolodex too, but for me, I'm very protective of my Rolodex. I'm not out here just saying, hey, I'm Latoria Lemon, I represent blah, 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 blah. Like, that's never been me. Like, I keep all of that low key. I'm pretty much a private person. But I think that, again, these motives, the strategies, a lot of times people are trying to date you for what you are versus who you are. And I just be like, baby, get to know me. Like, I'm such a fun girl. I'm cool. I'm nurturing. Like, I have all these great checklists, but that's not of interest for some.
Right.
Yeah.
They're just looking at the connections you could potentially
Yeah,
make.
the
for
status.
them.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you do red carpets? Oh, I want to hit the red carpet. You can't.
Yeah.
So sorry.
I'm sorry.
You're not on the list.
You're not on the list. You didn't RSVP.
All right, y'all stay right there. We've got more about trying to date for status after the break. Welcome back to the Nightcap. We've been discussing dating for status. I've got Alexis Fly, Sean Celestine, and Latoria Lemon here. And actually, I didn't really get to introduce y'all so that people knew what kind of circles you ran in. So, Alexis, how would people know that you have, you know, a network or a net worth worth, you know, pursuing?
Well, you might have seen my face on this really crazy but awesome show, a dating show called Ready to Love. Will Packer, also on the OWN network. And so I was on season 4 here in Houston. So people really got to follow my experience of trying to find love, which I didn't, but you know, we still got time.
Baby?
Yes. And then also, you know, I'm a former producer here in Houston, so I have a lot of contacts, people in the media that I'm very good friends with, and you know, who I'm always pitching stories to. So kind of like Latoria, we come from that same line of being publicists.
Right. So they know you.
They know, and they know I have a Rolodex.
Right. Right. And Sean, I mean, we've pimped you out time and time again.
Yeah, I mean, I do restaurant and bar management. I create menus for different lounges and clubs, and also I bartend. So my clientele list and my regulars are from A-listers on down, and
Yeah.
also business owners too. So
Oh, so can I get a free drink?
Right. Pour it up, pour it up.
Oh, shout out to me. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, Miss Lemon.
I am a publicist. I specialize in hospitality, but also entertainment, and that seems to be the interest of most people that come along. I'm also a co-owner of a restaurant here by the name of Rain.
Yeah, so that, yeah, y'all got the goods and people want them. So Sean, I mean, it's interesting that you're saying like a free drink. Like I imagine that regulars, especially who come to see you all the time, they're like, you know, at this point we've built a rapport,
of course,
Sean.
they
you
follow
know?
me all over town.
Yes.
And it's not, I don't want to say it as like I feel some kind of way about it, because you're going to hook up your friends. If you came, I would definitely give you a drink, because I want you to try my stuff anyways, right? But it's weird sometimes when someone is coming with a different intention. They care about you. I want to get to know you. Me giving you free things every time I see you, it's not going to help anybody. I can't afford to be in a place that just gives away stuff.
Right.
You're not putting nothing in the tip jar or nothing. That's the only reason why we know each other.
Yeah.
You know, when it gets to that point, I start looking at it a little bit less sincere. And
Yeah, if they're approaching you and being like, oh, Sean, how was your weekend? When are you going to take me out? Is that the
happens
vibe you're
a
talking
lot.
about?
It happens a lot. I mean, when you to get regular is like you're good at your job, right?
Right.
You have a little personality. People recognize you've been doing it long enough, so it's gonna happen. But some people try to use that for ulterior motives. You kind of have to gauge what they're around for.
How do you gauge, especially if they play the long game, right? Like, out the gate, if they're touching your shoulder and saying,
Right.
like, "Hey, how can you put my boy on?" Like, obviously, you got the red flag right then and there.
Yeah.
But once they're really strategic and trying to build you up, butter you up, and make you feel good, how do you?
I would say listen for keywords. I know when I was dating, a lot that I would hear is, "Oh, we can be a power couple." That is a red flag. Because what are you, what is your intent? Are you here for me? Because I know I'm gonna always be there for you, you know, and provide for you just because I'm naturally giving. But, you know, on the times that I don't wanna be on the times that I'm not out emceeing or hosting or doing all the things, when I come home, are you gonna be there just for me? Heck, are you gonna pray for me? Are you gonna be there when I'm crying? Like, those are the type of things that I'm looking for, you know, in a relationship, and not, you know, you looking at what I can bring to the table. Obviously, you were talking to me because you know I can already bring something.
What is the relationship like when the cameras are off?
Ooh, you said it perfect.
For sure.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all humans too, right?
Yeah.
As an entrepreneur, we kind of work more hours than that normal 9 to 5. So you have to be able to attach your interest towards the human aspect of it, outside of it, and be able to make everyone's life easier.
Absolutely.
Like, if we're gonna be a power couple, we both need to bring some sort of power to it.
Yeah, I can't be the whole electricity bill. I just can't. I can't, because then I'm gonna have to unplug. And what does that look like when I unplug?
Yes.
When I unplug and I'm at home in my robe and my bonnet, and you still think I'm the most amazing person, that's what I'm looking for. When you can FaceTime me and not say, "Oh, well, I was wondering if you could connect that." I'm not here to connect dots. I'm here to experience what we can connect together, like how we can connect together. And I think in this day and age, like, you know, sometimes that's missing just in general, but especially if a person feels like you have a certain amount of status, like,
But the thing about you, Latoria.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
We gonna get into
Okay.
it. I can't wait.
Okay.
All right, we got to talk about how we find that true connection when deciphering through all these bombs. All right, you stay right there. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Nightcap. I've been talking to my friends about how people try to date them for status, but baby, we gotta go through all these lames and find the right love for us, right? Alexis Fly, Sean Celestine, and Latoria Lemon. All right, Latoria, you already said, baby, when the lights are off and I'm myself, do we have a true connection? You ain't just trying to get me to get you from A to B.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, can you handle my safe space? Can you be my safe space? You know, what's that conversation like? Like, I'm very big on covering, right? From a spiritual perspective, from all of the above. Like, how do you cover me? If the conversation is 97% about you and you don't care about nothing I have going on, that ain't gonna work.
Right.
That you trying to sell me who you are. And I don't want you to sell me. That's not what we're here for. I want there to be mutual conversation that sparks mutual interest, get to know my music selection, my love language. Those are the things I'm looking for, not, oh, how was Slim Thug today when you work with, that ain't your business.
That ain't your business.
It's
I agree
not.
with that wholeheartedly. I was going to say before the break is that Latoria is the type of woman, and I would like to think so about myself. We're naturally givers, so being in a relationship with us, you're naturally going to get all those things that you are hoping are going to be at the table and that are already there. I'm also looking at you as I'm dating you. What can you also bring to the table? Because I know that I can offer, you know, the same or even better. So just as people who are, you know, we know we're designed to be wives. We kind of move like that. However, you know, these days you just got to be really, really careful of the bums, as you want to say, and be really discerning and wise, and just take your time, because people are really out there for the wrong motives. And I'm looking for an individual that wants to make my life easier.
Yeah.
Do you guys think it would be better to find someone who had no idea what you do?
Or find somebody that does the same thing.
So I thought that would work too. But what it ends up becoming, what I've noticed, is it's becoming a competition.
Yeah.
Why are you competing with me? You know, it's you know, I'm thinking I'm dating this person because they're on, like you said, on the same level, but then If I'm booking something, they want to have the same booking. I host an MC. The gentleman was like, well, how can I host an MC along with you? And it was
Not a
just like-
co-host.
yeah, he literally asked to co-host with me. And I'm just like, I just want you to do your thing and I do my thing and we
Yeah.
support one another.
That's it.
Yeah.
So I can't really say,
Baby, he
it
wants to
gotta
be
work.
thing 1 and thing 2. Thing.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like,
But just riding on her coattails.
Yeah, cool.
Right,
So,
exactly.
So I think that there's also in conversation you can pick up on what's sincere and what's not. I'm not a person that likes to stay around and collect red flags. If I get one, baby, I'm gone. So I also have a method, and I'm about to give a little free game, but if we're communicating and I go a day without speaking to you and that doesn't matter to you, I can kind of pick up, you ain't really caring about me. You're not picking up the phone, you're not texting back. Or if it's, oh, I see you had a little event, you didn't invite me to your little event.
Oh.
Little is not the word to describe none of my stuff.
None of Latoya's stuff.
Ain't nothing little over here.
always grand, honey.
Right. It's always like the undertone shade. And then I think, especially in my industry, people fail to realize, like, this is my job. I'm not going up to Wells Fargo or wherever you work to sit at your desk all day long. So you're not going to be able to come to my events. You're not going to be able to get on every list. Like, that's just not how it works. So I would prefer you calling me and say, how was your event?
Sean, what about you? What do you think?
I mean, for me, it's like when you work in a public space and you're always engaging with hundreds of people's energies weekly, you want to be able to detach from that.
Yeah.
The relationship should be almost an escape from the hustle and bustle and trying to be perfect and be presentable and be, camera face forward every day. I like to relax at home. I like to cook at home. I want to do some outdoorsy stuff, something that's completely different than going out and turning up and being around everybody. So if you're here for those reasons only, it's not going to really mesh well whenever, like I said earlier, we're not in front of the cameras or we're not in front of the spotlight.
Right.
So that partners to be somebody that can incorporate the other aspects of the life, because humans are layered, right? So we can't just be only focused on one layer all the time.
Yeah. All right, well, listen, I hope y'all find y'all's people and we stay away from all the bums and lames,
Yes.
okay?
Cheers.
I toast to
that.
that.
Toast to that. All right, did y'all like this cocktail, though?
Very nice.
baby.
Baby,
So
this
good.
spring in Nagano is it. And you don't have to go to Japan, baby. You just got to go to High Key. All right, I'm heading behind the bar to see how Oliver shakes it up. You stay right there. We'll be right back.
He shook it up.
Welcome back to the Nightcap. I'm behind the bar now because we got High Key in the building. Oliver, the bar lead, is with me because it's time to do what?
Back that glass up.
Yes, sir. Okay, that cherry blossom lychee martini, baby. We drank it down. That's good. What's it called again?
The Spring in Nagano.
In Nagano. And Nagano is...
It's a place in Japan. It's known for the cherry blossoms blooming in spring, and so we figured it would be an apt title.
Perfect name. All right, so what goes into this?
So it's going to be fresh raspberries, a little bit of sakura syrup, that's a cherry blossom, orange bitters, vodka, lychee liqueur, lychee juice, and a little bit of fresh lime juice as well.
Oh, hell yeah. All right, get to work. Okay, so High Key.
High Key.
Is it a bar? Is it a restaurant? What's...
It is a bar and restaurant. It is Japanese inspired, Asian fusion. It's a little bit of everything. We've got cocktails, wine, sake. It's a vibe. I've never seen anything like it before.
Really?
Yeah. It is.
Why? Because you say it's a vibe, but you're describing like an Asian restaurant with good drinks kind of thing. So is it the music that gives it the vibe? Is it what's the...
I'd say the food, the atmosphere, the energy, the people. The music's very high energy. I wasn't used to that at a restaurant setting, but I like it.
Is it like cultivating kind of like a restaurant loungy vibe?
Yes, I'd say that's a good way to put it. Restaurant lounge.
Like, are some people going specifically just for bar, and some people are going for bar and drinks?
Yeah, it's
I mean,
interesting.
food.
Food,
Food and drinks.
bar,
I've been drinking.
you
All
know.
right, I've been drinking.
But yeah, it's interesting to see how.
Pause. What is this?
So it's called a Perlini shaker, and we use them so that way we can force carbonate cocktails on the fly. Pump a little bit of CO2 into it. We got these huge tanks behind the bar, so I don't have to do this little handheld thing.
I'm sorry. You just carbonated that?
Yeah,
You did.
I did. It just makes it nice, a little bit fluffy.
What? Oh, that is cool.
Thank you.
Okay, so y'all are fairly new, just a few months open.
Yes.
So who needs to be coming here? People who are,
Anybody. I'd say the food is the star of the show. The cocktails are like a strong supporter, but we've got excellent sushi, steaks. We've got a fantastic happy hour. We get a bunch of drinks at a discounted price. We got bites. We got a little pieces of nigiri.
oh yeah. Okay, so I need to be there. And I know this is good, but I'm gonna try it again, because baby. You did it again, Oliver.
Thank you.
All right, check out Oliver at High
High
Key.
Key.
You're gonna have a high key great time. Now listen, just tell people you want to network with them, okay? You don't need to date them to get status. Just, you know, see if they connect you. But you gotta make a true connection, all right? Cheers to you. We'll see you guys next time.